Oh, it says they're having difficulty, so they can't show my webcam. Okay, no worries. The main thing is that we can get started on time. So this is the presentation, Social Media 101. First, I want to say Happy New Year, everyone. I'm excited. This is my first webinar of the year. And I do like to do several of them. So now that you've been at one of my webinars, you will receive an invite to all future webinars as well. Thank you so much, everyone, for taking the time out. We have a full house today. So I appreciate it, and Happy New Year, and welcome to the basics of social media. This is actually called Social Media 101, and it's sponsored by our sponsor, by Constant Contact. My name is Danna Crawford, and I am an authorized local expert and solutions provider with Constant Contact. I've been with them since 2007, and I'm based in Ocala, Florida. And here's my contact information. If you want to reach out following this session, you can send me an email, find me on Facebook, or reach out on Twitter. So why are we here today? Because you know social media marketing is important to your business, but it's also confusing sometimes and a bit overwhelming. And there's a lot of social networks out there, so you might not consider yourself a marketing expert, but now you have to know how to use all of these new tools. You might also may not be comfortable using social media. It's all looks and feels so new, and guess what? We're all still trying to figure this out. Social media marketing changes every day, and it's okay to be confused and overwhelmed because we're here to help. And I, as a local expert, I do my best to try to keep up with the trends and the changes because I do a lot of consulting, and it's important for me to be able to share all of the changes, and I do my best to keep up, to become knowledgeable so that I'm aware of all the things coming in. So the main thing is that you know that you're not alone. You're not the only one who needs help. And I hear from people like you every day, small businesses and nonprofits who want to stand out from the pack, get more fans, more followers, and spread the word about what they do on social media. So recent surveys we've done show that you're not alone in this. Actually, 54% of small businesses say that they need help, and 57% of nonprofits say that they need help also with social media marketing. So why is social media important for your business? Oh, sorry. I missed the screen. You probably have concerns about social media marketing. Many small businesses, nonprofit marketers think. Here's what we hear. These are like common things that we hear. Social media marketing looks interesting, but I'll never have millions of fans. We also hear using new inbound marketing tools sound great, but I don't even know what I would talk about on social media. This is another common thing. I also hear that a lot from bloggers. I also help people learn about blogging, and I hear that a lot. I don't know what to blog about. Paying close attention to what's being said on social media sounds useful, but I'll never have a dedicated staff to do it right. Well, I'm here to help you know and make you aware that you do not need a dedicated staff. But if it's okay if you want to use one. I do hear about networks every day, but I just don't have the time to stay current. So these are some of the concerns that so many businesses have, and they don't get involved with social media because of these concerns. So we're here to help you change that view. Why is social media important for your business or nonprofit? It's impacted businesses and nonprofits in a big way. It's how you're finding new customers or members and how you're staying top of mind of your current ones and making them loyal, repeat customers. So several years ago in 2008, they asked small businesses what kind of tools they were using for marketing. Only 10% were using social media marketing. That's it in 2008. 6 years later, in 2014, that has gone up to 87%. And I'm sure we need an update on 2015. I'm sure it's going to be like 99. But social media works. And you're a small business. You don't do things that don't work. That's how it is. So that's quite a statistic, and it shows how social media has become a marketing tool for all types of organizations. And the really good news is that you can do this because what you do have is powerful. You can successfully market your business or association that you have because, number one, you already have some loyal, happy customers. I'm sure you all do. And you also have your loyal customers. You have customers that have had a very good experience with you. They're happy with you. And also, you actually do have interesting and important things to say. So you do have all of these things. So next we're going to talk about this presentation for today is why use social media. I'm going to talk about the top 5 social networks. I'm going to give you some suggestions on what to say. And I'm also going to share with you how to get started today. Now, I will have a Q&A at the end. I'll shut off the recording and I will take questions. So what I usually suggest people do is in the question box, as I'm going along, if you have a question, while it's on top of your mind, go ahead and type it in. And then if your question gets answered, please remove it. And then at the end, I'll stop the recording and I will take the time to answer all questions. I want to start by helping you or others in your organization understand why a small business or nonprofit should be using social media. This is not usually a good reason for using something, saying, well, everyone else is using it. But in this case, your colleagues and competitors are marketing with social media. 93% of nonprofits are actually using social media. 87% of B2B, business to businesses, are marketing with social media. And 86% of business to consumers are using social media. And that means if you're not doing some kind of social media marketing for your organization, you're not in the places where customers and supporters are looking for information. The people who are doing it, your competitors, have a big advantage because they're reaching more people with their message. The social media impact on your business or organization is huge. It drives people to your door. It influences purchases. 74% of shoppers rely on social media networks to guide purchase decisions. Social media has made it easier for people to buy from you. So 2 out of 10 Facebook users have made a purchase by clicking on ads or comments. That's really a big number. They tell your friends about you. 55% of people share information about their purchases on social media. It influences people's connection to nonprofits. 68% of people will go online and learn about the charities and causes that their friends support when their friends post about it on social media. So those referrals are very important to businesses. One thing that's not mentioned is 71% of consumers are more likely to purchase a product based on social media referrals. Every day, people are going online to review or connect the businesses and nonprofits that they support, and people in their networks trust those referrals because they know the people who write them. Or if they don't, they trust the biased reviews from people that just like them. Which brings us to the new word of mouth marketing, engagement. And this influence happens on social media because of audience engagement. We used to tell people things that over the back fence, remember? Now we tell everyone, our family, our friends, our colleagues, our clients, even our BFFs, through social media channels. It's less about spending all of your time and money and energy finding new customers and more about fully engaging your existing happy customers and making it easy for them to tell others. The changes have leveled the playing field for smaller organizations like yours to compete with the big boys. The point we're making is that social media is the new word of mouth. Social media helps to kickstart that word of mouth marketing because your messages have the chance to be amplified and shared. Social media marketing will bring you new customers and donors, supporters, volunteers, if you're a nonprofit, repeat business from your current customers, and referrals from your happy customers. I hope this is starting to make sense, why social media is important. It's part of your entire business. Whether you're an eBay seller or whether you're a marketer, you sell real estate. I saw we have some restaurant owners in here. Social media is the way to go. The visibility that it gives you and how your business and customers engage with each other make up that engagement marketing cycle. So let's look at the engagement marketing cycle and talk about how social media and engagement work together in the day-to-day life of your business. So this building represents you, represents your business. We've been talking about who's using social media and how it drives behavior. So now let's think about the experience you provide, your interactions with customers or supporters, and where social media fits in. If you want social media to work for you, you have to create a wow experience. If you want to wow them, think about all the ways you interact with your customers and supporters. What's something you can do for them that's valuable? It doesn't have to be anything huge or expensive. A wow experience could be something small and meaningful, like, for example, the way you process a credit card could be normal, but the way you wrap the purchase could be the wow. Another very simple way to rise above the ordinary could be in the way you greet them at the door. The reason you want to create a wow opportunity is to get their attention, create a connection, ask them to stay in touch with you. And then you leverage that wow moment and ask them to connect with you, like on Facebook, because they know that you'll then engage them with content and other items of value to them. Then engage with them online. Say hello to them. Thank them for liking you. And as they interact with you, social media allows that engagement to be more visible online. It's seen by their networks, and that helps to introduce you to a whole group of new people who will become your next customers or supporters. That's called social visibility, and it really shows the power of social media. So what I want you to take away from this is the engagement cycle, is that social visibility enhanced by technology enables you to connect with your customers, get leads or grow supporters, create that wow experience, make the connection, encourage your customers or supporters to continue that experience with you by following you on social media, and there you have it, and keep that cycle going. I love this stuff. as you can probably tell from my sound, because I know firsthand how awesome social media works for my personal business. So now that I've laid out why you should be considering social media as part of your marketing mix, let's jump into reveal of the top 5 social networks. So which social media, okay, these are what we call collectively refer to as the top 5 social networks. There's a pretty good chance that you're using or considering one of these, and we're going to add Google Plus as well, because while not everyone is adapted to using it, it's an important element to consider for your search engine optimization, SEO. So for getting found when someone does a search on Google, we're going to walk through each of these quickly, discussing what each network is good for and who's using it, etc. This isn't going to be an in-depth analysis of each channel or a thorough how-to for each. What we want to do is familiarize you with these top 5 channels so you've got some more insight as you either confirm your decision to focus on one or as you weigh the decision on where to start. Also, one note, we haven't listed these in any particular order of importance. I do recognize that one organization may have more of a reason to use and focus on Facebook or Pinterest, while another might exclusively use LinkedIn. So this is how you're going to be able to make your decision on what's right for your business. In my opinion, you should be on them all, but it's your choice. So let's get started with the big one. And this is the most popular of the networks with over 1.1 billion users. It actually spans all audiences, all age groups, all geography. It's the place where people go to find out what their friends and family are doing, and it's a primary source of news and information for many, but Facebook is also where people look for interesting and useful content. What do people share on Facebook? Just about everything. It's as simple as a status update with a sentence or two, but many people and businesses also share multimedia like photos and videos, links to helpful information from their blog or from other blogs or websites. Facebook is the best place to go if you want to share engaging content that your Facebook fans interact with and respond to. And it's also the best of the social networks to use if you want to reach a large audience because of the population. Just about all types of businesses, B2B, business to consumer, and use Facebook, as well as nonprofits. Next, we'll discuss LinkedIn, which has 225 million users, and the primary audience has more of a business focus. It started as a network where people could post their resumes, search for jobs, and you can still do that. It's become a great source of industry news. Your business or nonprofit can create a LinkedIn page, share news either about your organization or other happenings in your industry, or your blog posts, talk about product information, share testimonials from satisfied customers. LinkedIn is the best place to demonstrate your thought leadership as an expert in your industry. And I repeat, claim yourself as an expert in your industry. Do not be afraid to call yourself an expert. LinkedIn is primarily used by business to business, but B2C and nonprofits do use it in their marketing as well. Okay, if we have any twits in the house. Twitter is actually my #1 favorite marketing tool for my personal business. Twitter is a feed of real-time updates and conversations. It has over 228 million users, and the primary audience A majority of them are young adults from late teens through 40s, but you will find a bit of everyone on Twitter. In fact, Twitter's fastest growing age demographic is 55 to 64-year-olds, registering at an increase in active users at 79%. That's big. People join Twitter to find out the latest news and information, posts from brands and businesses, and to discover trends. You might know that Twitter has a 140-character limit. That's all you're allowed to use in Twitter, also known as a tweet. What do people share on Twitter? Links to news, tips, just plain text updates or comments, a link to information like your blog post or multimedia, photos of videos that you've created. Twitter is also another great place to develop thought leadership. You can gain a following by sharing value, your original content, and helpful content from others. Twitter has actually become a popular tool for business to customer and nonprofits, but business to businesses are exploring it too. I see a lot of businesses on there. I actually was just complaining about my internet went down about 40 minutes before this webinar, and I was like panicking. So I usually go to Twitter to express myself. So I made a comment that I couldn't, I was watching actually Obama talk about gun control, and it went down. The internet, the TV, everything went down. So I got on my phone, got on Twitter, and let them know at CenturyLink that I didn't appreciate that. So there is a lot of advantages to speaking yourself on Twitter as well, but I enjoy connecting with businesses directly. The results are really work. Pinterest has over 48 million users. It's a social channel that relies heavily on visuals. Pinterest users create boards. Think of it as like a bulletin board, and then you pin images of things that you like on your bulletin board. Those images can link to anything, a recipe, a how-to video, or a product that you could purchase online, and they can take many forms of multimedia. So people that are using print, the most popular people are women, foodies and crafters. I know my daughter is getting married this October, so she has pins about her wedding, and it's really nice because all of us that are participating in the wedding are, you can create a community of pinners on that board, and you can invite others to pin on that board. So it's very intimate. You could compare things with each other on the board. So it really makes a nice focus for community as well. I also have a group of eBayers called the Power of the eBay Community, and we have about, I don't know, 160 members on Pinterest, and all of these people pin their eBay listings. So you could create a board that's open to community. Say you have a restaurant and invite people to join your board, and then they can pin food that they've eaten at the restaurant and share opinions. And it's really a brilliant marketing tool in a way. I call that discrete marketing. Okay, so it's best for sharing visual content for products. You can also share ebooks, how-to videos, and it's mostly used by business to consumer because Pinterest has been a successful way to promote products, but anyone can use Pinterest if you have great visual content that you want to share. Instagram is an app used on mobile devices. It is accessible for viewing on a desktop, but it's mostly mobile. It's all pictures. Users can add a link to a website or to a specific product with their own photo, but Instagram is mostly known for its filters that allow users to enhance their photos for beauty and effect. So example, you can have a black and white photo or a sketch photo. What I suggest you do is when you set up your Instagram account to have the main link in your profile that you want everybody to go to. And then as you post pictures, encourage them to visit your profile or to review your profile. And then that's the best way to get them to link, to click, to go to where you want them to go. In my opinion, that is what works well for me. Instagram is owned by Facebook, and it is where all the teens that were on Facebook have fled now that we're all there. But it's a good for placing people into the direction of your products or services. If you put up a really good quality photo or an interesting photo, believe me, it'll get attention. The whole important part of that is hashtags, and I will go into that later, but hashtags is what helps my things get posted and shared around on Instagram. Okay, and then the last one I'm going to talk about is Google+. It has over 359 million users. Whoa, is that a lot? Most of them are men, and its two biggest user groups are college students and software developers, but its audience is growing to include other groups as well. It's similar to Facebook. You can share text updates, multimedia, links to your content or content by others, and that's what users are looking for on Google+. The reason to think about Google+ is the fact that Google loves Google. So having a page on Google+ gives you a leg up on your competitors that are not there. When someone searches on Google, it's going to look at its own resources first. So having a presence on Google+ can help you get to the top of Google search. So take that thought leadership, your original content, and make sure to share it through Google+ to establish yourself as an expert. Businesses are still trying to figure out how to leverage Google+. There's not a dominant area yet. It's B2B, B2C, and nonprofits have all jumped in. I know I also work closely with a nonprofit, and Google+ has actually, I just got the results the other day, and last month Google+ brought over 200 phone calls to the nonprofit because of Google+. So they have good reporting system. So to recap, here's a chart of the social networks we just talked about. Again, this is a brief overview. You'll get this chart when you receive today's replay. So sit down and you can review the chart later, but it'll give you some ideas on where to start with getting started. So the next thing, let's just first start with Facebook. It's the most popular of the social networks, as we mentioned, with over 101 billion users. But the main thing is people will say, well, I don't know what to say. Fortunately, we have a rule of thumb at Constant Contact that will help you come up with the right things to talk about on social media. 50% of the content you should be aimed at getting likes, shares, and comments. This means that it needs to be entertaining and invite conversation, asking questions, asking for opinions, using images and video, as well as being timely. Do you have an event or holiday coming up? That would be another part of that 50% of what you're putting out there. 30% of your content should be useful, informative, provide information about your industry that your customers will find interesting, become known as a source of important information and tips, whether that content is from you or your own blog or from other blogs that you trust. And then 20%, if you do that stuff correctly, you have actually earned the right for 20% of your content to be directed at your business. But it doesn't necessarily mean buy it now. So this is what Constant Contact has come up with, a rule to live by, and I personally have embraced this rule because I know personally from my business page, Danna Crawford 1, you can find me on Facebook, and I try to live by this rule as well. So it's called the 50-30-20 rule. So if you want to write that down now, because this will seriously, or just do a quick screenshot if you like, because this 50-30-20 rule, in my opinion, works on all of the social sites as well as Facebook. So, example, what do you say? You can, 50% of the posts could be aimed at getting likes, shares, comments. So in this one, you can put in a question, fill in the blank, I'm thankful for. If there's a holiday coming, you can share some pictures about the holiday. And asking questions really helps a lot, I've noticed. People like also graphics. It's really fun because when you put graphics up, people really tend to grab a hold of those and share those a lot more often as well. 30% of your content should be useful and informative. So here we have understanding, I'm sharing some information coming up, and also this one in particular, the Constant Contact put up, it had 8 comments, and it had, if you notice to the top right, it shows 32 shares. So 32 people actually shared it. That's pretty good. And then if you share tips, tips is another really good thing to put out. Here's a holiday tip that Constant Contact put out. They had 12 shares and then 9 comments. So 20% is a call to action. So here you can get people to engage. This is where you don't have to put up a buy it now, but you could put up a question or an excitement about your buy it now. Also Cyber Monday, that's also a good one. So here's some 3 questions to ask yourself. What's new? So if you're completely stumped as to what to say on social media in general, or if you have a day or week where there's not a lot going on, these questions will actually help you come up with some ideas. So write this down. The first question, what's new? At your business or organization, do you have a new product, a new service, a new employee? Think about what's different that your audience would be interested in. Think about one of the Constant Contact posts. We announced changes to one of our products that were suggested by customers. Think about success stories. Did you get a great email or review from someone who was thrilled with how you helped them? Share it. Or bring them in and have them do a video testimonial about you. I regularly post customer stories on my blog when I can and encourage people to talk about marketing solutions or problems. Also, what have you done recently that helped achieve success? And what advice have people been asking you for lately? I actually, when people send questions to me, and I see we have some posted, so thank you very much. I will get to those. And also, don't forget, if your question gets answered, please remove it. But the questions that people ask can actually turn into a blog post for me, or it can turn into, I may take your question that you're asking here today, and I may post it on my business page at Facebook. This is interesting content. Now, how does this really work for small organizations? Let me tell you. How can you create simple content that's effective and keeps fans engaged? So let's take a look at one of my all-time favorite examples. Here we have Danna's Gourmet Cookies. So during the holidays, they posted a picture of some of the new cookies they were making. So you can scroll down the page and see the cookies that they were making. So how does this really work? Notice the comment, the posted with the pictures. And the comment, where'd it go? Here it is. Yep, we have them. This was the comment. And this is how it showed up on the person's Facebook feed. Wait, make sure I got the right one. Now, we're going to look at the engagement that took place. 10 people liked the post, and 1 person shared the picture. These were people choosing to like the image, and 1 even deciding that she wanted to share it with her network. So let's follow the person who shared the content. Here we have. Here's the post as it showed up on 1 person's Facebook feed. This is a fan who shared the picture with her network, adding her own endorsement of Donna and her cookies, and it got results. 5 more people liked the post picture. 4 people wrote comments, including this one, where a friend of the fan who shared wants to know where Donna is located so that she can go buy some cookies. This is someone who didn't know about Donna's cookies at all. She didn't know that they made cookies she'd like. And now, thanks to the engagement between Danna and its customers, the social visibility of that Facebook post that was shared is going to go there and become a customer herself. So remember the engagement marketing cycle and how you can engage your current customers to gain word of mouth? That's the power of engagement and what happens when it leads to social visibility. Love this demonstration. Okay, so whenever you're trying to think about building new content, I want you to do this exercise so that it will help you with your creation process. So first you want to think about the 50-30-20 rule, and what's something you can share this week that's entertaining and invites conversation. What's something you can share this week about your industry that includes hints or tips or is curated. Curated means that you're borrowing content from other sites. And then 3, about your business that is not about buy now, but about a sale or something coming up or whatever it is that you feel comfortable. I put up to buy my calendar the other day, and I actually had 8 sales from that post. So you just, it's up to you. But this basic chart will help you going forward, making that decision. Again, I can't stress that enough to remember that 50-30-20 rule. All right, so let's get started today. Now that I've shared with you why social media is important and how it's driving business decisions, and we've given you an introduction to the big 5 social networks and how to think about what you want to say, it's time to get started. If you're just getting started, we recommend you start with Facebook, the most popular of the social media sites. And for those of you who are already on, well, I do have a few tips for getting started, but for those that are already on Facebook, you might want to make sure you completed all the best practices from these tips I'm about to give. So check your page later on, and if you've done all of these things, you can now move on to applying them to other social networks that you've been using. So the first tip is to create your Facebook page. So there are 2 different accounts that you can create on Facebook. So I wanted to talk about them and what the differences are, what you should do. You can create a Facebook page for your business or a personal profile. It's really important to start with a Facebook business page and not a personal profile because they have different features. A Facebook business page is set up to promote your business. It has places for your information, a map, link to your website, and the ability to add things like a menu if you're a restaurant. The business page also comes with statistics. Facebook calls these insights, and it shows you how your post did and how many fans you're growing over time. The personal profile does not have those settings. If you already started a Facebook account for your business or organization and you're not sure what you have, take a look. If you have friends, you started a personal profile. If you have likes, you created a business page. So now that you know what account to start with, go to the Facebook pages to create and create your business page. And after you create your business page, fill out all of the information for your business, the address, the phone number, the website, the hours, and the description. And please put that information in. It drives me crazy when I go to someone's page and I'm not sure if they're open or not. So the hours are very important. And then make sure you add your logo. That smaller photo on the left and a cover photo, the big horizontal photo at the top of your page. A mistake a lot of organizations make is not filling out all of their information and not adding photos. You need to use this Facebook page to build your brand. This is how people search now. They're looking for an official presence on Facebook. Having a completed page shows that this is your official home on Facebook and that you are active online. I went to a page the other day and they hadn't been active since April of 2 years ago. And that was not a very good impression. I thought, wow, they don't really care about their business. And that really is how I felt, that they didn't care. So it's important to keep your page updated. Tip 2, now that you're official, your page has all of your information and photos, it's time to tell everyone about your page. So link it to your page in your email marketing. You might want to send a separate email announcing your page and telling everyone that you're there. You can put signs up in your physical location if you have a brick and mortar or a store or office. Make sure you have a link to your Facebook page on your website. That's very important. And don't forget to tell people when you go to events to be sure to visit your business page. I gave a little drop on my business page, Danna Crawford 1. I'm number 1, so remember that one. And then put in your business card. I have it on all of my business cards so that people will also like me on the social sites, including Facebook. So the key here, any place you talk to customers or supporters online or in person is a place that you should mention your Facebook presence. That's the rule. The third tip is to start posting. So remember the 50-30-20 formula. Half of your post should be conversational, entertaining to get likes, shares, and comments from your fans. 30% provide value to your fans, share useful information that can help them achieve success. And of course, you have to sell what you do. So make sure 20% of your posts are about your business. If you get stuck, remember those 3 questions. You could get some content inspiration. What's new at your business? What did you do recently? And what advice have people been asking? Or come right out and ask your audience, we're now on social media. What do you want to hear about from us on Facebook? So now that you're ready to go, you've created a Facebook page, your audience knows they can find you there, and you're offering them helpful, interesting, engaging content that will give you social visibility. What should you do next? The next thing you can do is think about planning out your posts. You can take a look at a week at a time or one channel at a time. So you can try this with Facebook. This will help you plan out your week of social media. So say Monday morning, Monday motivation, put up a quote on a Monday. Did you know? Put up some useful tips or tricks on Tuesday. On Wednesday, fill in the blank. If you had a foot of snow, what would you build? And ask a question or fill in the blank. create a lot of what I see people are doing is they'll put up a photo and say, what kind of a caption would you give this? And you can get some funny people coming out. Thursday, have a sale this weekend. Having a sale this weekend, tell them about it. And then Friday, fun fact. Friday could be a fun fact. Now, I've learned also that people love to see pictures of animals. So I think it really helps to add a few more pictures of animals with your fun facts. And also, when you put up a picture of an animal or something fun, be sure to put your .com on that picture. So, not front and center, but bottom right corner, kind of discreet. So that way, as it's getting shared all over the internet, that you will get some little bit of marketing out of that. And then it's important to reward yourself. Could have a glass of wine. I would personally have some chocolates. Chocolate is my reward. Now, you will be able to print out this page so that you can fill this out, or you can just view it. Just by viewing it will actually help you to make a chart for yourself, and you will get a copy of it. Save time with some simple tools. So what best practices should you keep in mind when you're planning out content? There are tools. There are many free and low-cost tools. So get people excited for your newsletters. And you can do that by offering great content in each newsletter. Have simple share, which means make your newsletters available to go viral so that people can share them with their friends. Hootsuite is the tool that I use 100%, and actually I'll be sending you my review on Hootsuite because I use it a lot. And Market Me Suite is another one that you can use. I do not use it, but it is available. So beyond scheduled posts, leave 1 or 2 posts open each week for something that comes up to share interesting. When I use Hootsuite, I schedule out. You may have seen, those of you following me on Twitter, maybe some of you are here today because of my posts on Twitter. I had tweets going out for the last week encouraging people to register for this webinar up to an hour ago or getting started. Monitor what others are saying. You can, I like to pay attention so that I get a notice. I actually get a notice on my cell phone when somebody retweets my post or when somebody sends me a post or what's that called, where they, I want to say they tag me in a post. That way I can respond immediately on what people are saying. And then 3 to 5 times a week, 20 minutes at a time. That's it. Actually, I should add, I can actually sit down at Hootsuite and I can do all my posts for a couple months in the first day. I can spend one day and do all my posts for the entire month. And what I do, just to give you a quick tip, side note, what I do is I schedule all my posts that I put out on the hour, and then by doing them on the hour, whenever I'm out on the field and doing stuff, I always look at the clock before I send a post so that I don't double post. So I know, okay, if it's 3 o'clock, I definitely don't want to send out a tweet right now. I'll wait at least 15 minutes for so that I'm not double tweeting. So get more followers, follow your best customers, engage with them, and social link to everything. Your email signature, all marketing campaigns. Again, make it easy for people to share what you have. On the top of all my newsletters that go out, I have this bar, and you'll see it when you get my follow-up on making it easy for you to share my content with your social sites. And please do. It's nice to share. Also, you can run a social campaign. This is another, I personally love these. There's great opportunity with these, especially in Constant Contact, and it blows Groupon out of the water. There's so much, it's just so much easier running social campaigns. You will want to make it easy by sharing links This is built into the Constant Contact social campaign tool. And you'll also want to have people join your mailing list from the campaign if they're not already on it. So it's a good idea to have, light-gated content. You could have free downloads. Get a free download if you like me. Have a special discount or an offer. And when you do offer it, say this is not offered anywhere else, and really you shouldn't offer it anywhere else. Like right now, my calendar is only available in my eBay store. I'm not offering it on my website. I'm not offering it anywhere else. I'm keeping it exclusive to my eBay store. That's just one example that I promoted as part of my marketing the last Happy New Year email I sent out. I use email to get more traffic, get more visits, get more likes. It works. Email marketing works. If it didn't work so well, I wouldn't be promoting it because I only promote what works. And make it easy to share. In summary, decide which social sites are right for you. Just beginning, we suggest that you start with Facebook and schedule out your posts. Plan weekly. As I mentioned, I can schedule my posts in one day I can put all the holidays in for the entire year if I choose. I've done that before. I had a client one time that just paid me to sit down, and I put in all of the holidays for the year, and I put in all of the quotes that she wanted for the entire year. And it took me a couple days, but I got it done. And now all of her posts that she wanted specifically were pre-organized to go out, and then she could just tweet in between. Okay, 20 minutes, 3 to 5 times a week is a suggested. 3 to 5 times a week is what's suggested for you minimum to be posting on all of the social sites. Make it easy for people to find and friend you. And consider running a social campaign. You can run these campaigns directly in Constant Contact. I love how it works. And it makes it really easy to set up, which I'd be happy to help you with if you're in my network. Okay. Now, it's not turning. We're stuck. All right, hang in there. I hear the clock ticking. Everybody that's in my network, come join my Facebook group. It's called facebook.com/group/ConstantContact1. Again, it's the number 1. And those of you that are not using Constant Contact, here's a breakdown of the price. It's $20 a month for basic email marketing, $45 a month for the next package that includes autoresponders, which I am a huge, huge fan of. And that's why I love Constant Contact, is because of the autoresponders. And then there's the ultimate at $195 a month. So here's the breakdown of the difference between the basic package. You're not getting the autoresponder, which is my favorite tool, and you're not getting the campaign design. And you will get a coach that's free as needed. They have free award-winning coaching. And then also, if you're in my network, I am available to coach you as well, personally. So the special offer for today, if you sign up, you will get the first month free because I will pay for your first month if you are in my network. Free coaching invites to all my webinars, including Facebook, and also if you have questions about eBay. If you're in my network, I have no problem. eBay, I've been an eBay seller since '97. It really is my livelihood and 90% of my business. So I'd be happy to answer any questions or help you need with eBay. So you can sign up online. You can go to powersellingmom.constantcontact.com, or you can just click the link that you'll be getting in my email. So if you already have an account, I'd be happy to have you in my network with free coaching. Just send me an email saying, hey, I'm already using Constant Contact. I'd like to be in your network, and then I'll send you the information on how to do that. I will pay for your first month of Constant Contact, for new people that sign up today. I will PayPal you. So you can get a free trial again. Go to powersewingmom.constantcontact.com just to take it out for a spin. And that way I will get credit that you got a trial. Or you can even get out your cell phone right now, go to your text message, and text 99000. And then in the message box, just type in my name, Danna, and that'll actually give you a free trial for Constant Contact. And those of you that are already in the network or have any other questions, you can always email me, Danna Crawford. Remember, I have 2 N's, dannacrawford@gmail.com. My consulting services do include email marketing, newsletters. I'm happy to help with all of that. In addition to social media is another thing that I'm very involved with. And eBay, I also work with nonprofits and teach them how to fundraise on eBay for free, and then also how to email market for donations. And I can also help with your website or blog. So watch your inbox from me. I'm going to switch it over to questions, and we'll see if the webcam will work this time. Okay, so I'm going to stop the recording, and then I'm going to switch it to questions. So thank you so much for joining me today. My name is Danna Crawford, and I look forward to working you and seeing you being social on social media. Okay, I can't stop the recording.